got passed on to you. So you would have received this book in the mail. This mail, this book will have come to you, and you will have received the book and in a package, and look at the package, and the package will come with a letter, and the letter will tell you that this book comes from a family member of your choice, whoever you want it to be.
Uh, a family member? Because Abir cut contact with her family.
Well, it could be a late
Oh,
family
okay, someone
member,
found out.
right?
Someone found out. Okay.
Somebody like a grandparent, and a long lost uncle, a long lost cousin. I don't know. I mean, you can pick somebody that maybe you ended up getting along well as a child, and maybe then you possibly forgot about them, and then maybe they found you and they sent you the book. So they're sending you the book. You receive it in the mail. The book comes in a package. There's a letter inside along with the book. Now, since this is in the past, I'm just going to give you the information that you find. We're not necessarily going to play this because this is stuff that would have happened already.
Okay.
So the letter that you received, you can pick the name of your of your family member and what family member was. But the letter pretty much tells you how this person wanted you to have the book because they found out that apparently you are into the occult. Um, they found out in their circles that they moved that you are into the occult, and that ultimately something very, very bad is about to happen to that person. And before the book gets lost or destroyed, the that person wants to pass along the book to you. The message clearly states for you to be very careful, to avoid looking at the book or reading the book if you can, because once you get into it, it will be very, very hard to cut the cycle and get out of it.
So Abir is clearly gonna start reading the book immediately.
Right. So you will have read the book. The When that happens, also you would have found out that the book had that spell, and what the book talked about, which it would have been an explanation of Northot, the Forgotten God, and the spell that we already discussed that includes. Um, However, the book it specifically states that in order for you to contact the Forgotten God, you will need a lot of magic points, pretty much, to put it somehow. You will need the help of many willing people. You unfortunately cannot use anybody that is not willing. And you will also need certain items that will be needed to bring up um, that entity. And once that entity is back, that entity can be used to bring back the dead. You can pretty much bring in front of you anybody you want, dead or alive, into an alive state. So, for example, in the case of Morlock and Dobe's character, she could potentially bring her child back to life, to whatever she's at, and if her spouse is gone, she could potentially bring her spouse to her location provided that she's alive. Otherwise, she will be brought to her location alive anyway and resuscitated or whatever. That's at least what the book is saying.
This
So,
is quite intriguing.
so
I found
that's
something so potent.
right. So that's what you would read. Now, after you get the book and all this happens, because ultimately you would have been friends with Irving's spouse. After you read the book, obviously you start, unfortunately, turning a turn for the worse. And
I'm, mm, mm, I'm fine.
yeah, due to your sanity loss. And then
Totally
ultimately,
fine.
the events of Irwin losing his daughter and his spouse disappearing take place. So at this point, right now, and we're gonna start playing this as you guys being at the cemetery. You guys will be burying the remains of Irvin's child.
So this was
Uh,
recent?
yeah, this is
Is
happening
that?
right now. So the
Oh,
death
okay.
would have happened um, probably a day ago, 2 days ago. Um, and then over there, along with you, she will have other family members, or Irving will have other family members, will have other friends. Um, some of you, the rest of the players that are in the known, like for example, Jake's character will be there too. And Papa Doc
Oh, what
and
is
Juice can
the date?
decide if you guys already knew her, so therefore you will be over there, or if you want to join in later. Yeah, go ahead. That's your question.
What's the current date?
Um, we can go ahead and say that is um, the actual date as today, but that is the year 1924.
So June 6th, 1924.
Yep.
Got it.
Um, like I said, my character's more of the. Yeah, she's a cat builder. She wouldn't necessarily want to know people. You know, if you want her to steal something, she'll steal it. Just have the money ready. It's not like she had ever had a financially stable life.
Oh.
Right. No, but what you will need to determine simply is if you want to be already friends with Irving, or if you would, or if you're not a friend, but maybe you want to be joined in at a later time, as in a as being hired for some reason. Awesome.
If your character has any ties to Irish gangs, then they might have known each other since he's running liquor for an Irish gang.
I
Yeah,
think there might be a few ways I might be connected to that.
yeah. I was stealing liquor from rivals. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll know of them, just not friends. Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
So is she there, Irene, in the graveyard?
well, that is up to him. That's what I was trying to explain. That if you're a friend, if you're a close friend, then yeah, you will be there. If you're not a close friend, then you will be introduced later on when they probably gonna need you to assist them with something that they surely will need.
I think Mr. Finnegan would have been generous with the invites.
Okay. All right. So then.
So anyone that was through that
Mhm.
would have been there.
Okay. All right. So the the burial is definitely very grim. The day is very, very gray. There is a very soft rain happening. It's not very windy at all. It has been definitely raining for the last 3 days at least, but it definitely feels as if as if it had been raining for months. Um, Ultimately, you are just very, very sad, and definitely the rain, the weather, the people, giving you the condolences, and just advising you that anything you need, that they will be willing to help you. Um, it doesn't make it feel any better. Um, Granted that you know you're appreciated probably, but that's how bad your character is feeling at this point. Um,
Probably like numb.
right. So between all that, Jez's character will definitely be trying to be like super close to you at this point.
I think she will be pretty quiet throughout the funeral. She's Abir. You've probably Irving is probably known as generally pretty quiet and demure around strangers, but um, once the procession is over, she will approach.
All right. And hey, Arlen, um, what kind of character did you make?
Yes.
Oh, loud.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're just a little bit loud.
Oh, sorry.
Not at all.
Sorry, bothering
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
fixed
bothering
it.
me.
You
I fixed
can
it.
no
I
no no
fixed it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can
No,
turn
no,
it.
I
No,
have
don't
to
fix
do
the
that.
volume. I
I
just want
had
to
to do
complain
that with
about something.
everyone. I put it down to like 80% because
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I don't
good.
want you to put me down to 80%. I want you to put me down 30%.
All right, well, I won't be
different.
able to hear shit from you. You're at 72.
So
Uh,
you're are you using the guy that is called Doctor?
Name
Oh,
him doctor because I couldn't really think of any decent name, and with the idea for his background, he probably would have said fuck it and just picked up the name from the hat or something like that.
I love it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
works.
he-
All right.
He's
So
literally
you're an
a
explorer.
person that if you were to open a small chest in his room, you would find enough fake documentation.
It's like that it's like the beginning of Eden in the East where there's just like 10 fake passports.
All right. So as I was saying previously, because this campaign is starting in a little bit of a different way, your character being an explorer, you have a choice into choosing if you are friends with the widower or if you would much rather be introduced in a little bit, not just yet, and whenever they may go, looking for your services to help them do something. Is up to you. The widower right now is at a funeral. He is burying his daughter, and some of the characters are there, some of the characters are not. So you will just need to determine if your character is there or not. That's all. All right. So, huh?
Like I said
Sorry.
before, Like I said before, he runs liquor for Irish gangs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are involved in like the Irish gangs in the U.S., you might know him.
Hello?
No, but I am really into liquor.
I might have stolen some from you then.
All right. Well, yeah, there could be a connection there. So he will be at the funeral then. All right. So the funeral takes place. You know, the child gets buried, and you know, and everything just takes its course. So, what, or yeah, I guess, what would you like to do now, Irving?
Turns
So,
to
so you will be at the funeral will just have ended. You are there.
yeah.
Everybody else is there. So you get your first action mainly because ultimately you are at this point in time the center of the story.
I think Irving turns to Abir and is just like, so, what does your religion say happens when you die?
Well, in Islam, we believe that there's. I have recently come upon something that I think you'll want to hear about. Come, we should adjourn to somewhere a little quieter.
Okay, and
Penelope
obviously
was,
at that
was-
point, while you're mentioning that, um,
uh,
we will have the rest of the people, you know, giving you their condolences and possibly leaving. Unless anybody wants to overhear what they're talking about and wants to participate. Which, Jake, your character would have been a good friend of Irving's. So if you want to roll listen, you can. So ultimately,
Yeah.
you will have definitely a vested interest in him being able to be okay.
Listen. Hey.
All right. So you overhear them talking. You overhear Jesse's character mentioning that.
yeah, she kind of trails off when speaking about her religion, and then suddenly brings up um, something and says, "Let's go somewhere quieter."
All right.
Yeah, Irving's just kind of out of it.
Avir seems a bit off from what Irving might have known, but still,
So you guys ultimately get to the get to take a taxi, and Jake, being a dilettante, his character, he will probably offer his place as a private place where you know there will be a bar and things like that where you can have a discussion. You guys can, in the meantime, uh, role play for a moment. I gotta go put my kid to bed. I will be right back.
Should we attempt to introduce our characters?
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
What's the Irish gang that you said you were in leagues with?
Sorry, what?
The Irish. You said you were like working with an Irish gang or something like that.
Yeah. He's the boss of the gang he's working for was a family friend when he was growing up. So he's like a bit of a nepo baby.
Hmm.
Hey, Nepo baby.
Yeah,
My character is the Nepo baby too.
you are lucky bastards. And yeah, like Irene would just walk up and like say, um, the goddamn it, I'm bad with names. Sorry. The head of the family gives their sincerest condolences. Yeah. Ain't easy, but nothing life ever is.
She was 8. She was 8 years old.
She was a good girl. Penelope was sweet. She will be judged highly by Allah.
That tree they hung her from, she was afraid of it. Never went near it.
Despicable.
It was a sick thing that they did. It should never have been done.
I'm gonna be in the corner for a bit. And Irene's just, after hearing that, is just gonna sit down and just think. Because, like, it wasn't the family that did that, right? You know,
No, it would have been like what they're thinking is that it was like a rival gang trying to leave
Okay.
it there as a message, send a message. Because like it was done in his backyard.
Okay, yeah, that's even more to think about because this is definitely Irene's first time hearing about that kind of thing. Is like, what the fuck? Yeah, so it would be like, normally Irene's like, okay, this is just going to be a quick, easy buck for me, and like, nope. This has already taken a toll on Irene that she never thought of.
Everyone roll sanity who doesn't have the criminal background. No. Criminal.
I already have it. I'm the
Anyone with the organized crime background is fine. But otherwise, no. I'm not the GM.
Like, I ain't killing. I'm just stealing.
Yeah.
Do completely different things.
You guys have character picks?
Okay, so yeah. Who's Ivy? Doc, what's your character? Or Richard, rather.
My character is simply called Doctor.
That's funny.
First name
right.
last name Or.
This is
Mine's
going to be
Gidry.
confusing.
Jerome Gidry. That'll be
Jerome
me.
Gidry.
Yes.
Where is he?
I don't think he's up yet. He's not up yet because he hasn't moved him over because I'm not there yet.
Okay, got it. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's a thing. Can you copy pasta that, please? Because I can't. Well, actually, I can probably get it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can get it. It's just I want to put the accents in at least once. Sorry, I take notes.
Take your time.
There we go.
I take note that you're taking notes of taking notes. Yeah.
Of taking notes.
Noteception.
As far as
And I'll
personal
take note you found out that she.
Irving is tall but scrawny and boilet. He's like very young. He does not look like someone who would have already had an 8-year-old daughter. And he's just like, well, currently he's just like very numb.
Actually, how old is everyone in this party?
Abir is 34 years or 33 years old.
Uh,
Late
I
30s,
was
early 40s, if you don't ask directly.
I was saying that
If you're
Irving
asking
was going to
directly,
be
then
26.
it's 38.
I was going to say that Irving was going to be 26, but because Mega changed the backstory, he's 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the youngest.
Oh yeah, how old is Irene?
20.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry for your loss.
All right, sorry about that. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
figured it makes sense because, you know.
you guys get to Jake's character's house. It's a nice, lavish mansion. Um, there will be a double gate where the taxi stops, and the double gate opens. The taxi continues on, and ultimately, it goes for about, I don't know, I want to say almost a quarter of a mile into the country until it stops at a roundabout. You guys get dropped off, and the house will be on the outsides of Arkham. It's a huge state. The house will be a place where is it's gonna have at least, I don't know, probably 20 rooms. I don't know, maybe what, 10 bathrooms, some super exaggerated and crazy. Maybe a farm out back. You know, first thing you guys will notice will be the workers. There will be workers tending to the yard in the front. You can imagine that there will be some on the back too, possibly maids. And Jesse, go ahead and roll intelligence.
All right. Excuse me, sorry. Intelligence. Here we are. Hard success.
All right. So your character gets an idea that the house being located exactly the way the place it is, and even being so far in from the road, it's kind of like the perfect thing for you. It's almost like you can be completely hidden in there doing whatever it is that you need to do without anybody being able to judge you, see you, or doing anything like that. Power zero. All right. So,
I have no idea what I just clicked there, so.
no, it's all good. So you guys finally go into the house, and you guys can take it away. You can role play.
You mind letting me get you some of your stationery? I need to write a letter.
Oh, sure. I'll just ask one of the butlers. Oi, butler. Sorry, wouldn't have said oi. Hey, butler. Get
Yes,
them
yes, sir.
One test. Stationery.
Sure. Would the company would like something to drink, sir?
Oh, obviously I do. Oh, right, the others. Yeah. Does
Yes.
anybody else want something to drink?
Whiskey.
I love him.
Okay, very well. I will. I will bring drinks for everyone. And the butler lives. So eventually, as you guys continue chit chatting and doing whatever else you do, the butler returns with a couple of maids, and everybody's carrying drinks. He's bringing some water, bringing some juice, bringing definitely whiskey, a variety of drinks, just in case anybody wants something different. And he's also bringing some snacks. He brings a tray with some cold cuts and cheese and many different things. And so the butler leaves, and right after, he tells Jake's character that if he needs anything else, to call him. And at that moment, the room suddenly gets completely quiet. No one else is there besides you guys.
Well, this seems like a good time to bring things up. I have come across something I think you'll be very interested in. Irving, Penelope did not deserve the fate she took, and I believe. Would I have the tome with me?
If you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I carry it everywhere. I have a book bag that I just don't let it leave my side.
Okay, that's fine.
So I pull out this tome. I don't know what it looks like, but we'll figure that out later.
The book will look exactly like the image that I put on roll 20.
Oh,
I mean
with the eye and
on the
everything?
with the eye and
Oh,
everything.
that is awesome. Okay. She brings
Oh.
out this purple
The eye-
book.
The eye will definitely be closed at this point. The eye will not be open, and for all you guys know, the eye doesn't necessarily open. You or at least you don't necessarily have any knowledge that the eye will open. But okay, so you do have the book on you.
She brings it out. She caresses it a little. It's a little weird. And then she places it on the table in front of her, displaying one hand out on front of the cover.
I need everybody that sees that book to go ahead and roll sanity just by looking at the book.
I'm still writing my letter, I'm afraid.
I've
Hey.
already read it, right? So I don't. So
Yeah.
I already took the sanity damage for it.
Yeah. Anybody? Yeah. No. You will right now. Then you make sure that you deduct your 13 points of sanity.
I got it. I took it out.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Everybody that just looks at the book without not necessarily knowing much of anything, but just due to the fact that the book seems to be made out of some leather that doesn't necessarily strike you as any kind of animal, and just by looking at that image with the eye on it makes you, I mean, granted that you don't see an eye, but you can definitely see an eyelid. That really strikes you bad, and if you pass it, you're fine. You don't lose any sanity. If you don't pass, you would lose a 1d2 at the most. This is very low sanity loss.
Alright, and here's the letter I just wrote.
Keeper, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we say the time somewhere in the room, or the doctor will be introduced a bit later?
Well, that depends on you. Mainly because since
Either way, I'm good
since
with it.
right, but due to the fact that apparently her character was so famous due to the profession, and you being in the business that you are, you can potentially say that you do know the character and that therefore you went in there with her, or if you don't, you can be introduced later. It's really up to you at this point. At this point, there's really not one way to do it. So you can choose which way you want to have done.
Anyway, sorry, I was writing that letter.
Okay, yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look at it in a minute. Hold on a second.
Okay. Alright, sorry.
So would you?
Oh,
would,
that's funny.
so Arlen, would you like to be there already, or would you like to be
When
introduced
did the
later?
kid die?
A day ago.
Introduced in a bit. Just tell me what the previous
Are
day.
you- So,
I'm going to probably do something extra stupid, but that will depend on the roll of the dice.
So is Doctor there in the? I
Uh,
just want to be clear on who is there.
Yeah.
Well, based on my understanding right now, since everybody received that invitation because of how well known her character is, then potentially anybody that wants to be there can be there.
Right.
But at my house,
yeah.
Yeah, you would have.
how big is this taxi?
I mean, ultimately, since you will think that they are friends of his, and ultimately him being a friends of yours, you could have very well offer your house as a, I don't know, an after party event, not party, but just to.
I would have stopped the widow to actually just like double check if they are with you, if
Reception.
they know the widow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody would have. Yeah. Let's just make things easier. Everybody would have gone to the house.
Doctor,
So your character will be there, Doctor.
All right. At this point, my
okay.
character.
Rolling sanity.
Yeah, you will need to roll sanity. There you go. You're
Yeah,
fine.
Yay.
All right. So
Everyone except for
Okay.
I-
rolled lunch.
everyone is there, or is
Except for Irene, she was busy writing
Oh,
that letter.
okay. Is Jerome there?
yeah, everybody's there. We just
Oh,
determined
okay.
that everybody will have gone there
Okay.
just for the
Got it.
yeah to
Yeah, that-
just
Everyone.
to go
Yeah,
there.
I
So
guess-
so
yeah.
ultimately you
Yeah,
pull the
I'll-
book out. You put it on the. We're gonna go ahead and say that everybody will be sitting down at this moment. You guys will be sitting
Okay, then
in the
yeah,
living
then let me-
room, where there's couches and everything, and there will be this sort of a coffee table in the center, and you will take the book out of your bag and put it on the table. And the moment that you do that, everybody cannot help to turn around and look at the book. And now I'm gonna
Alright,
look at
here's
the
my
letter.
save. Sorry about that. Oh, damn.
I barely made it.
Yeah.
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah.
So, who do you, Keegan? Who you wrote this as a letter, but who is this letter for?
It was, the Irving's friend who's now head of the Irish family. She would have went there as a little favor from the boss,
Okay.
we give you, she was basically like a condolence, and if he needed anything else, nudge nudge, wink wink, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's the first time she had to do it, but money's money for her.
All right. No problem. So, all right. So you pull the book out, Jesse, and you got the book out there. Everybody, and I mean everyone, go ahead and roll some power.
Myself as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Jesus.
These are
Power.
bad. This is bad.
And this is why I told you to
Sanity
make
was pretty
secondary
good,
characters,
but-
see? Because this is how it starts.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes.
This is why I told you to make secondary characters. All right. So those of you that pass the roll,
I thought we were not supposed to make
those of you that pass the roll, nothing happens. Those of you
Yay.
that don't pass the roll, ultimately you get this vision. In the vision, you get to see Irving's spouse and his daughter. You guys would have seen him at some point, whether it would have been on a picture whenever you walked into Jake's character's house that he would have with Irving and his family, or you would have seen a picture of them at the funeral, or you would have seen them at some point hanging out with Irving throughout town. But pretty much, you will see that they are calling onto you. They're calling your name and saying, please help us. Help us come back. You have to help us. Please follow the instructions and bring us back. We need to come back. And they sound like they're desperate, like they're crying. Keegan, your character at this point in time, in the same part where everybody else is hearing this, you guys will be all of a sudden in a very dark area, obviously not together, but you will see your character by yourself. Everything else is pitch black. So you turn around and you cannot see anything, but you keep hearing the voices. Eventually, you turn around and you start looking for the voices, and you start walking towards the voices. The voices get more and more grim as time goes by, and louder and louder and louder. Eventually, the image of the child completely gutted out appears in front of you and says, please help us, and pushes you. And when the child pushes you, you come back to reality. And go ahead and roll sanity again.
All of us?
No, just him.
Just the
Just
ones that
Keegan.
fail.
Just him?
Just Keegan.
No, okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d5, please.
Oh, I have to pick a phobia. By the way.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
give me a second.
fun.
It's not working.
Oh, yeah,
It's
hold
okay.
on.
I can just pick one later. It's
No,
fine.
I got it. I got it.
Got it? Alright.
Hold on. Oh,
I
let's see.
instantly pick up the letter and start
Boom.
rewriting it.
And,
Does that make,
Keegan.
I don't know if that one makes sense.
alright, so Keegan, you, so far, did you roll the 1d2 before? Roll a 1d2, Keegan, too, because we have to
yeah,
determine
sure.
how much total sanity you lose.
Right, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. One.
One.
So you're at 5 points. Right now,
Oh,
we're gonna have to roll the bout of madness.
So is the is that my phobia?
Yes, that is your phobia. So, Keegan, I'm gonna roll it for you because apparently the macros are not working today. So here we go. Okay, so the vehicle unfortunately is not outside, but your character definitely gets up and takes off, opens the door running, and leaves running. Go ahead and roll a 1d10, please.
Will do.
Okay,
Four.
4 rounds. All right.
And
So everybody
I have-
notices that he just runs out the door like a madman. So go ahead, Jesse, and you can continue talking about the book.
Beer will watch everything Valen say, and then turn back to the group. What I'm about to say should not leave this room. It is dangerous knowledge, as you have just witnessed. But I believe this may be a way to bring Penelope and Francesca back.
I think Irving is like holding the glass and his hand is shaking and it just like snaps in his hand because he's holding it so tightly. It's like you can.
Not me, we. I have read this. She caresses the eyelid book. there is a ritual it details. It requires several willing participants and also several items. Does it detail the items? I know you mentioned them. But, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll a
Okay.
1d. I mean, you can roll it. You can roll a 1d5. Well, actually, roll a 1d10 because those they tend to come out low.
2.
All right, 2. Go ahead and now roll a 1d10 again. We're gonna judge how many different places you're gonna have to go to get those items. Okay.
Oh.
9. Okay. So, well, actually, know how many, but how far in distance. All right. So, we're going to. The book will advise that you need 2 specific items for the spell to work. I will say that you need a scepter, that it is located somewhere in England, in a town of England, that we can determine the name in a little bit. And then that you will need a very strange crystal that is located in let's say Argentina, like the very southernmost part of Argentina, or where it's really cold. So you will have to get there.
Okay.
There will be an image of an area that is completely near the coast, where the sea waters are rampant, and you will see very, very huge waves in the image, and it will tell you that you need to grab the crystal from there. So
There is.
you can continue talking. I'm gonna figure it out. The town in England.
Oh, I was gonna quickly interject and say something like, I know those are just $10 glasses, but can you try not to break them?
The
As I have
Are you alright? Do you need first aid?
The scepter will be located in St. Davis, somewhere inside the there will be an image of a cathedral. Or some sort of castle.
Okay. Is it somewhere that maybe I would have seen with maybe historical knowledge or something?
Here.
Roll maybe history or literature to know that cathedral. Is it fairly unique?
Well, it will be the image in the book.
Right, but
So
maybe
if you go there, I
through
mean,
reading but does it detail where it is exactly?
it tells you that
Or-
it is in. Hold on a second. It'll tell you that it is in. Hold on, where is the? It's
Would I
the
maybe
Saint
know the
Davis
specific
Cathedral.
Oh, okay. It tells us. Okay.
Yeah, tells you that it is in the Saint Davis Cathedral. The other one is the only one that is not inside of a building. The crystal itself is just in
Okay.
the open. Although, truth be told, again, not sure which one is going to be more complicated for you.
let me know when I'm back. Because I have a movement speed of 7 for 4 rounds.
You will be starting to walk back.
Yeah. While we're waiting for them to come back, can we get first aid for Irving's hand?
What happened to his hand?
Didn't he break the glass with it?
No.
Yeah, you broke a
He laughed a lot.
Oh, he did.
Did,
Okay.
did you cut your hand or no?
I don't know.
I didn't see anything that happened. Let me just- did I
No, it
miss-
was it was role play.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you want first aid, go ahead. I mean,
I mean, I can I can try.
Yeah,
but,
just just
I
just
just wanna-
roll it. You get the
Yeah, I just
you
want
get to improve
see
it
if
at the end
it's
anyway.
degrade or not. No. Well, you look to be okay.
Okay. All right. So,
You said it had worse.
Just make sure there's no glass in there.
so your character will explain to everyone that
Yes. Should I
the
roleplay that out?
I mean, if you want to,
Yeah.
you will have to explain exactly what the spell that I told you is, and ultimately the summoning of the I mean, not the spell, sorry, but the summoning of the forgotten god.
So that's for the summoning of this forgotten god, not the spell in the tome.
Right. Ultimately,
Okay.
summoning the god was gonna get you to ask him to bring his family members back. The spell is just to summon a creature to possibly assist you with
Okay.
whatever you need assistance with.
Well, is Irene back yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he will
think
be
I'll
out.
back, like,
He will be back by now. We're gonna say that some time went by. You guys would have continued
Okay.
drinking. I mean, definitely your characters will be a little bit shook due to the fact that you're hearing all this stuff. You're seeing a book that you never imagined existed, and then you're talking about God knows what. Summoning who knows who, and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Plus whatever visions they have gotten that have been pretty scary. So now when you talk about these things, your character should be very passionate about it.
Oh yes. She tends to be a little. There's a lot of people she doesn't know very well, and her excitement doesn't truly come out until she's with people she super knows. So her voice is a little like. She's trying to like keep it steady, but she's definitely like a little bit. You can see the fire in her eyes.
All right, so the door opens, and Keegan's character walks in, and he closes
Listen.
again.
Listen, apologies about that, but if you want my help, that's gonna cost you. Just letting you know now, hon. Just
You are a very good friend of Irving here, are you not, Mr. JP? I believe you may be able to cover the cost.
Oh wait, sorry. I phased out for a sec. What happened?
I came back and saying like, you want my help? It's gonna cost you.
Something.
I am not running a charity, but what is it?
Just at this point, I just want a place to live and relax without all this. Look at that damn book.
And at that moment, the book blinks.
See,
Has it done that before?
Nope. You see it blink
How
only
does it go
once.
at the book when it blinks. Really?
that right there. That is why I'm asking for extra. All right.
I mean, Amir gasped and there's like a little smile on her face. It's very out of place. Quickly disappears.
At that moment, the book will
Why are
blink,
you smiling?
and it will be one of those moments. And the only reason why it's not gonna cost you sanity is because it will be so weird and just so quick that it happens that your character will probably stay just wondering if that actually did happen or not. You may even not necessarily say even anything about it, just in case you just you will feel like maybe it's something that you just imagine and it didn't actually happen. So it will be very, very odd and very quick too.
Mia believes it's real. She's very excited. She doesn't care if it's real or not.
I don't care if it's real.
No, that's just as she is. She's like a very much a dreamer, not a realist.
Yeah, my character's hedonistic, but not this hedonistic.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a dreamer.
Yeah, it's like my blinking book.
Those are easiest to.
All right. So,
Yes,
um, what's next? What would you guys like to do next?
Alright. We up to speed. What's the first step?
well, we need several items. One is located. What was the town? Oh, St. David's. The St. David's Cathedral in England, and the other is very far south in Argentina.
I say we go there first and England last, because I like England this time of year.
Well, it is going to be very cold and perhaps wet in Argentina. The book picture is very much on the coast with very high waves. I think maybe we should prepare carefully if we are going to go there.
I lived in New York for 20 years. I'll be fine.
All right.
So
So,
go after the artifact, after the object at the cathedral first. Much easier to acquire.
That's what I was thinking. Your doctor?
And I am of sorts.
I'm
So
sorry.
it is a name doctor, not a title
Permits
doctor?
it. And
So, just wondering here, but
and you can see that he's twirling a cane around. At the tip of the cane, you can see that it seems to be made out
Oh, you cut out.
of crystal. Sorry, I was describing the. He has a walking cane currently on him, and there appears to be a small crystal in the apple of it. It's reflecting the light a bit weirdly. Drawing attention. DM, can you attempt hypnosis?
all right.
Just to make them feel, or at least her, to make her feel a bit dizzy.
I was planning on praising it and see if it's worth anything.
So,
In that case, anyone who's concentrated on the refraction of the crystal would have to suffer.
Where did you say the crystal was?
On top of the cane.
no,
Okay.
no, the crystal's not on top of the cane. The crystal. Let me tell you the exact name. The crystal is at a place
I was thinking about.
called Isla de los Estados. It's
Isla
the
de los
very
Estado.
is the very lowest part of the South American continent before you get to Antarctica. And you will need to figure out exactly how you get there, because that area is not necessarily safe to travel on a boat due to the conditions of the ocean over there.
Death by plane crash it is.
No,
Oh,
he
I
started
mean,
doing
if it's
this
a
when
seaplane.
She he started doing this after they asked him about what he does.
So it is really up to
So,
you which one you want to go
I
first.
think that the-
I think we should go to the cathedral. It seems much tamer compared to the rough sea that the boat cannot cross.
Yeah,
Yes, and it'll be quicker.
in some way.
Or so we think.
I'm fine with whatever. It's just as long as she gets to New York or England, one way or another, she is fine with it.
Right. So, um, how do you guys want to go to England? Do you guys want to fly? Do you want to go on a boat?
I think normally we would take a boat, but I think given the
1920s, it's a boat.
No,
given
you can
the-
fly. There are transatlantic flights already.
Intercontinental
Wait, there's
flights
transatlantic?
are not a thing at the
Yep.
time yet.
Yeah, not necessarily
Uh,
passenger flights, but there are transatlantic flights.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Right, not passenger flights, so meaning that it's not gonna be the most comfortable flight ever.
So, wait, do they just make a stop on, like, an island or something?
Right, no, they will have to stop somewhere. Most likely they'll stop at an island or just to refuel, or they'll stop in Ireland and then get you to England. Because by the time they get to by the time they get to Ireland, they're probably gonna be like almost empty, if not about empty. So
Okay. Well,
it is possible to do it.
we should, careful.
I think we should just take a ship.
How long would a ship take?
Roll a 1d4.
It's too many of us to fit on a plane.
4 weeks.
Knowing,
Oh, yeah.
knowing hell I'm going on a plane.
How long would the flight take?
The flight, go ahead and roll a 1d4, please. Give and take between the time that it takes you to leave, stopping to refuel, about 4 days.
Okay. Well,
I'm only funding a ship.
Oh my, fine. I have been on a ship across the Atlantic, and that took about 4 weeks. So I do not know how long the flight would be. It will definitely be dangerous, but it depends how fast we need to go.
And it's
Oh.
paying for, like, what?
Your
3
character-
planes?
Jesse, your character will have some sort of sense of urgency. Your character will want things done yesterday.
Yes, she does, but also if the
Just FYI.
dilettante is not funding a flight.
Right.
I mean, I can attempt persuasion. That's not my strong suit.
Yeah, you can
We
definitely.
can try to
Well, there's
I'll
ways
try.
that you can play it off. You can try
Okay.
to fast talk him or
persuade
charm him,
fast talk.
and if that
I
doesn't
don't
work,
have any of those. I'm not a charisma
and if
character.
that doesn't work, Jake's character is a very good friend of Irving,
Okay.
and
I'll wait
ultimately,
until Irving just left, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
actually wait
but
until Irving.
listen to this.
Uh,
So there's ways that you can play this off.
yes.
So you can try to fast talk Jake or charm him. However, you can also fast talk and charm Irving, and then into putting that sense of urgency on him, on the fact that, you know, since he misses his daughter and he misses his wife, how important it is to get this done as quickly as possible. You know, trying to, again, starting to build that sense of you taking advantage of him. You know, starting to use him, because ultimately that's what That's what your character's trying to do. Your character's not a good Samaritan in any kind of way.
Oh no, no. She will try to convince them, but I'm gonna wait until
Right.
Lark gets back.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fine. In that
Yeah,
way, if you do, so you can whether try to fast talk Jake directly, or you can do it with Irving, and then Irving will ask Jake, and Jake may be more willing to assist Irving. 115, really? What? What is that?
What the hell?
What the?
That is an impossible roll. That is something that will never happen.
Something happened there.
What did you do?
Someone put too many points into dodge.
I mean, you could probably take like at least 15 off and put it somewhere
Sure.
else.
Oh, can I? Well, wait. Can I do a psychology check on JP Morgan III to try and see if there's a way I could convince him to pay for the flight, aside from the ones I'm already thinking about, which is you.
Well,
know.
yeah, you can definitely
I did-
do a psychology roll. Hey,
Nope.
yeah, no, you need to figure it out at something lower than that. The max dodge that I'm personally going to allow you to start with, we're going to do an 80. So keep shaving points. Thank you.
Okay, so what I am gonna say is I just realized one of the possibilities would be we would take a cargo ship. Those were possible.
Yeah.
How
Also on the
fast would
handgun
cargo ship be?
Probably the 4 days.
and the charm.
Okay. Charm?
No, I'm talking to Jerome, telling him to lower his library use, his language, his handgun,
Oh, does
and
he
his dodge
max?
and his charm, because he's got and also his arts and craft, because he's got like way over 80, and the max we're gonna start characters with is gonna be 80. Otherwise,
The
you
only
might as well
thing I
just.
have that's over 80 is my own language because my
Okay, well we can
education
let.
is 5.
Yeah, you can keep the
That
the
was
own
just based on
language.
education.
That's fine. So Jerome, just keep the own language at 90. Everything else, please lower it down. Thank you. So, yeah, you can roll definitely psychology if you haven't, and you got nothing.
I did.
So, you're more than welcome to try to fast talk him anyway. I mean,
All right.
what's
Nope. I'll do the RP convincing once that
Yeah.
gets back.
yeah, no problem.
How fast would a cargo ship be?
We just said 4 weeks.
No.
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
4
Or-
days.
No, 4 days is the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4 days is
a
the
cargo-
plane. 4
cargo
weeks
plane.
is the ship.
Oh, cargo plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Specifically a rigid airship.
Yep. One of those
Then
big
again,
ones.
yeah, my character initially was against it, but now she's calmed down and is thinking about it. She could probably steal some things from there.
It's a cargo plane, so yeah.
Oh, not cargo plane. Air balloon. Sorry.
Oh, that would be. I don't know if that would cross the Atlantic. Would it?
It was done in
It
80
has.
days.
All right. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a plane. It'd be a. How fast does that go, actually?
Those things were actually fairly reliable.
Actually, I'm reading this right now. Covered the distance in 4 days.
Oh.
Yeah, we just need a air balloon that covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
It carried cargo. I'm pretty sure it could carry 4 to 6 people easily.
It carries over 60 people, by the way.
Yeah,
If
they're
you
pretty
recall,
pretty
if you
hardy.
recall, the Hindenburg, right after
Nope,
Germany.
don't do
and
that
the
one.
war- No, that was the Princess liner of dirigibles, and it landed, I believe, in Newhurst, New Jersey. There is 3 big airships like airships like that, by
right?
the way.
A Zeppelin, right?
Zeppelins? They're called Zeppelins, yes. Zeppelin is a class of dirigibles.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, Zeppelins are like the football, like shape balloons, whatever.
I put everything in from my character mancer, so I apologize for the 115. I'm already
alright.
adjusting.
But yeah.
Favorite zeppelins are made of lead.
All right, there she's back.
Come back. All right. Now I get to try to.
All right, so Jesse's going to try to fast talk.
It didn't.
Well, hold
RP
on.
Okay.
Go ahead for this roll, and for this roll only, go ahead and add 30 points to that roll.
Okay. What am I putting? What am I rolling?
No,
the
you
fast talk?
just add them to the fast talk, and every time that you try to fast talk Irving, using her family as a crutch, you're going to be allowed to use that because you're going to be creating that sense of urgency, and obviously that's going to work on his character only because he most definitely desires his family back. So
Okay. Is that fast talk or
yeah,
would
well,
that apply to,
yeah, you can use fast talk
persuade as well?
or yeah, you can
Persuade?
actually. Let me see. Hold on.
I think it would be
Let me take a
persuade,
look
right?
at your sheet real quick because I want to see
It's all
something.
base. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Make most sense as charm or persuade.
Uh, do it on persuade.
Yes.
Okay.
So
this
add
would be,
30 points to your persuade.
this is without them. I'm just gonna see. Oh, so that would be an extreme success, I think, with 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah,
540 is not. So not extreme.
right. So
Or no, it's 5,
ultimately.
it's not 10. So yes, it would be extreme success.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ultimately, so what you want to have on that persuade now is you want to have 40 on that one once you edit it, and you're gonna use your
Do you
persuade
want me
mainly. The 40 points are only gonna be for when you use them on Irving. Everybody else is gonna be a regular 10, because on him is the only one that you have that crutch. So Irving, she
I
talks to you about
wouldn't know-
the fact
can I
that
just- can I-
you
can I-
need to get to England
Yeah.
as soon as possible in order to retrieve this staff that seems to be inside of a cathedral. And she tells you that,
can I roll
you know,
play it?
unfortunately, your friend Jake is only willing to bring you guys on a ship, on a big boat, and that's gonna take about a month for you to get there. So that will mean that you will have to go for another month without your family. However, if
Can
you will
I-
take an airplane, maybe a cargo plane, that could get you there within 4 days.
Keeper,
Little bit.
Yeah.
sorry
I
to
saw-
interrupt, but she wanted to be the one to say it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I would.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I would like if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
But little Penelope does not deserve this face. I saw her calling to me in a vision just earlier. She was asking for help, as was Francesca. I think the faster we do this, the better. We do not want them to be suffering for long wherever they are.
And like the gears are turning, and he goes to Morgan, and he's like grabbing him by the collar, and there's like tears welling in his eyes, and saying, "We have to do this now."
Please, I do not
Please.
want them to suffer. If you are a
I
good
take
man,
you wholeheartedly.
if you are a good man, then you will do this.
I think I know of an airship that we could take.
Thank
I was
you. I really appreciate your kindness.
All right.
And if all else fails, I have a way for you to help recuperate the costs.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna find many ways to do that along the way. All right. So,
It's fine. I'm going to use this as a time to go ahead and bring some more
I'm gonna put the
alcohol.
book away at this point.
Alright. so you put the book away. The moment that you put the book away, go ahead and um, roll your power again, please.
Alright, success.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's strong power.
You grab the book to put it away. And when you grab the book to put it away, you see how the eye opens and looks directly at you. And obviously, you make eye contact with the book. And
Do
and
I also see this, or
well, no, this is something only that she sees at this point.
okay? I was just making sure
Um,
because like my character would still be a bit paranoid after that.
And the moment that you put the book inside of the bag, you see how it closes its eye. Now, this gives you some sort of sense of almost as it makes you feel good. You feel good inside. You almost feel like you're close to the book. It gives you a sense
Yes.
of relief, a sense of accomplishment, almost sort of as if you're close to achieving something that you're trying to achieve. You know,
It's
that's
like
same,
finishing
that same feeling you
draft
get when
that
you
she
buy.
spent weeks.
That same
It-
feeling
it-
you get when you buy something out of Amazon that you may not necessarily
Yeah.
have it yet, but you know it's coming.
It's the sense of finally finishing the draft after pulling all-nighters for weeks and sending it in.
Yes. So, all right. The butler returns, asking if you guys need anything else, and the butler says to Jake's character, "Sir, I couldn't help to overhear that that you're planning to go on a trip."
Abir will glare at the butler when he says over here. She'll just like, and then she hides it quickly. But like, it
I
there
was
for a
just
second.
suddenly coming to to retrieve the empty cups from your drinks, and I just overheard that you were talking about possibly making a trip on an airplane. Um, so
Not an airplane, an air. What is it? I almost called it Airbus. That's not it.
it's
An airship.
Yes, an air cargo ship. So it's still an airplane. So he says, I'd just like to remind you, sir, that your friend John, he's a pilot. Maybe you can hire him. You should probably, I can always try to see if I can contact him on the phone. Maybe I can, I wouldn't mind to call him for you.
Yeah, go for it. And tell him that he can come and we're gonna go and get some more booze
He
to
can
bring in.
come. I'm not
Obviously, we
sure
will
he's
not
gonna
go
come,
and
but
put
sure,
that in the
I'll contact him
manifest,
for
but-
you. So, anyone wants to? Well, actually, no. Nobody needs to because everybody's just
The
infatuated with
bootleggers
the
are
fact that you're
bootlegging.
going to go on a trip. So,
I mean, I do
The butler
want to
walks
help
away.
Irving's business.
and a couple of minutes go by while you guys talk and whatever, and the butler comes back and says, I just spoke to your friend John, sir. And he says that he wants to talk to you and he'll be happy to meet you at the airport. He just returned from a trip and he'll be there for a little bit unloading his airplane, but that if you want to talk to him, that he's there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys want to do next?
Uh, uh, Abir is very much like comforting Irving as best she can. We'll have them back soon. I hope that nothing will get in the way. We will make sure that the innocents get the life they deserve. That is what we must do. And stuff like that.
Okay.
No worries. Worst case scenario, we can get you a better casket. You'll have
Irene
to
just
get a better casket.
He's a thief.
We would have to unbury his daughter. That does not seem particularly like a sane idea.
Irene
I'm
just
just
tired
covering all
of this.
bases.
Irene just tired of this whole situation
Yeah.
already. Is just downing scotch.
Well,
Just
truth be told, Irene and also, I think of what?
Oh, do you have a new phobia, Irene?
Ivy? I think it's Ivy. Hold on, let me see.
Wait,
No,
Ivy?
not
Who's
Ivy.
Ivy?
So Irene and who's Papa Doc's character? Jack? Yeah, Jack. Irene and Jack should be extremely excited about the fact that you guys are going to a cathedral.
Oh no, she's excited, but after hearing like a ball and the casket talk and all that, after seeing the book with its blinking eye, she's like, "I'm excited, but I don't want to hear this right now." So she's gonna drown her worries away.
So yeah, you guys, all you guys can think of right now is whatever you can swipe out of that cathedral. And the
Right, no,
idea,
she is.
and the idea of possibly stealing a staff, it's really, really enticing to both of you. And you know, you will also be really, really probably wanting to find out more information about the stuff to see if it's worth your time. You know.
Yeah, I guess I'll get and talk to some of her potential contacts. Like this isn't the first gang she's worked for, just the longest one that hasn't betrayed her.
Right.
You know,
I'm
so
sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt.
you're fine.
Mega,
Mm-hmm.
are you referring to me?
Yeah, you're using a cat burglar, right?
No.
What character are you
Something-
using?
I'm the cat.
That's right.
Irene's the cat burglar.
Well, there's two. There's Law Redman, who is also a cat burglar.
I don't know who
Or
that
are you
is.
using Jerome? Is Jerome your character?
Jerome is the character. That's
Okay,
who I was
Jerome,
trying to
okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So then, when it comes to Jerome, give me just a second. Antiquarian. All right. So Jerome will be on a similar boat. Jerome will not necessarily be so much excited about stealing anything from there, but Jerome will be most definitely excited about seeing the cathedral and seeing the things in there, because the cathedral will be a very, very old castle style building. So therefore, you will be most intrigued into going there and seeing things, how old they are, how well preserved they are, and so on and so forth. The only one that will be really enticed about the idea of stealing a staff will be the cat burglar. And of course,
That's
our
Irene, right?
dearest,
Yes.
yeah, and of
Yeah,
course,
but
our dearest Jessie Bolt's character, considering that she wants the staff for the
Yeah. The staff is a
for the
means
spell.
to an end to
Yes.
beer.
Yeah. If anything, you can refer to it as Penny Glade, just as a way to help differentiate the names.
Too
So,
many I names.
is there anything you guys want to do
Me neither.
before you go to the airport?
Um, if we if I can wheedle JP Morgan to buy us some like gear for um not well, I don't know if there's anything specifically for the cathedral, but maybe for the I just remind him that we should get some stuff before we go to the Argentina.
Oh, yes. They definitely should.
But not now, that is for later.
Rope, warm clothes, supplies.
Yes.
You know, food, medicine.
Maybe an air tank, because I don't know if it's underwater. I really hope it is not, but
An air
Alright.
tank?
like for diving.
For when we get to Argentina.
We'll run into that when we get there. I'll pay
Yes.
for it, worst case, but
I
yeah.
appreciate your kindness. It is all for Penelope and Francesca.
Yeah.
In the meantime, yeah, if I don't have any local contacts and I know anything about that, I'll just use a finger discount and get myself some warm clothing.
Alright, so
5-finger discount.
what do you guys want to do next? Are you guys ready to do anything else? Do you just want to go to the
Does anyone want to get
airport?
anything or do anything?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll do. Yeah, my character would just be yeah, like I said, getting warm clothes to help with Argent.
Are we doing that now or are we waiting? Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up too early.
I thought that's what we're doing now. I'm sorry.
I just didn't want to forget, sorry.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, could say Irving is like turning to a beer and saying, "So, what was Francesca like when you talked to her?" I didn't
It
really get
was-
to know her before.
You did. She was. Well, I've known her for perhaps a year now, and we met through my occult column in the Voices of the World. It's a small-time newspaper, but it has very interesting perspectives from around the world on different topics. She came across me out in a cafe and we talked. And she was very excited and very fond. She was a lovely woman. And she was too young for what happened to her. I hope she is alive. I do not know, but if she is not, then we will find a way.
And so just like nodding.
Alright, so where to? Or what do you guys do?
I'm still up for getting supplies, or otherwise. I just figured we get it now, so we don't have to worry about the.
If you're gonna get any supplies, which is fine, make sure you write down exactly what you're getting. Because once you're there, you cannot tell me that you use whatever and that you will have gotten it, but then you don't have it. So whatever you come up with now, or whenever you're going to get the supplies.
Can I get a camera?
Sure. I mean, ultimately,
Can I get Irving? to
Jake's
buy
paying,
it?
so.
Or not Irving, Morgan.
Mhm.
JP.
So as long as he's okay paying for it.
Is that alright? I'm sorry. My books have not sold as well as I would like.
Yeah.
I
But can I take some pictures?
Of
But
course.
there's some pictures I want also.
Of course. If you would like to buy the camera,
Although-
that is fine. It is just to make sure we have all the information we need for the trip.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, wouldn't the airship be landing like in a main part of? Wait, where are we going first?
England.
Well, you're gonna
Yeah,
make a
so
quick
wouldn't
stop
we be
in
porting in
Ireland.
London? Yeah,
Let's see, how far?
Ireland and
No, you're gonna
London.
make a quick stop in Ireland. So what's gonna happen is most likely, because you know that's a big ship. So the big ship may not be able to take you directly all the way to where you're going. So it's gonna stop most likely at Ireland, and then take you the to St. Davis or whatever is near that they have an airport. I mean, I'm sure you can
Oh,
land
here I
in
thought
dirt.
it was gonna be like, um, what is it? Like landing in a major part of, like landing in Ireland and then going from there to London, kind of deal. Since it'll already have a nice place to have such an airship land.
Um, Give me a second. Trying to look for London. No, actually, you wouldn't be going to London because London is like on the other side of the country. You will be going to
Edinburgh.
more towards
Edinburgh.
Wales.
Oh, Wales. Okay. Where in Wales will we be landing?
So you will have to land possibly in. Let's see. I want to say you will be landing in.
St. David's Cathedral.
You- We're gonna have to pick a town over here. Give me a second.
I'm just gonna zoom
Possibly
out.
in Narberth, you can land. Milford Haven, Swansea. Swansea seems to be a big spot. Newport,
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
Cardiff. Cardiff.
Where the heck is Cardiff?
Swansea,
It's in the
Newport.
southern part of Wales.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's far. We could do Cardiff. If Swansea has an airport, that's closer.
Yeah, Swansea. We're gonna say that Swansea has an airport.
Okay.
All right, so you get to the airport, and John is there. John sees you coming, Jake, with all your friends, and John says, "Hi, who are they? I thought we were going to talk." JP, who are these people? I thought we were just gonna chat to see if I heard that you had an emergency and you needed to get to England. So I was going to help to see if I could help you out. Your butler said that there was some sort of emergency that you needed help, and ultimately I might not be able to leave today because I just got here, but maybe I can help you.
Yeah, we're mainly just going to. Plan is this. This gentleman here lost his wife and daughter. We want to go over to cheer him up. Oh yeah, this is one of the benefactors one of my benefactors. So it's like, why not go out and have some fun, grieve a little, and then come back?
Well,
Get some booze.
I really love to help you. Maybe what we can do is, I just got here, but I do have to I have to fly again. Maybe I can help you and take you over there. We can leave in 2 days, and you know we can prepare everything. Leave in 2 days, and we can get there.
This man just buried his daughter. I don't think he wants to sit around for 2 days.
Um,
Besides,
well,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
go hunting
I
and
mean,
everything.
no,
What else
I'm
do you do
totally
in the
aware
Wales?
that he just buried his daughter. But I mean, what else is he gonna do if not sit around for 2 days? I mean, it's not like he can just put batteries on his daughter and bring her back to life. I mean, poor child is
Amir
there.
gives John a look that, like, he said something very inappropriate. Just, that is really
While
awful.
he's saying that, my character's like in the back of the group, like about to give a hint of like acting like the noose, you know?
I mean,
Like as a subtly hint at
who
don't
who are these people anyway, JP?
They're with
yeah.
the deceased. Yeah, I was thinking we could get in some hunting. I could probably like get this guy back to normal, like bring back
Oh,
his vigor while he.
okay. So this is more of a leisure type of trip. This is not necessarily that much of an
Yes.
emergency. I see. Okay. Well, yeah, no, definitely
But this dude
we
just
can
lost
live
his
in.
family.
I understand. I understand, and that's a really sad moment of his life, and I can see how things are gonna be rough for him. I I I feel really bad, but you know what? Maybe, we can take this 2 days, so I can get a little bit of rest. We can plan this out, and go to England. You know what? We can. Right now is Tuesday. We can maybe meet here on Thursday. You can help me out, and we can get there. You know.
Do you know anyone who can go today? I'm sorry, John, but I don't feel right having Irving here sit around in the place where his family passed for 2 days.
You go ahead and hold on.
Why am I doing the talking? I should
Hold
make
on,
more
hold on,
growth
hold
the
on, hold on.
character.
No, it's not why you're doing the talking. Is who you're doing the talking to.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't have the skills.
right. So ultimately, you realize that your talking doesn't necessarily hold much power in there because
She looks to
for
JP and
yeah,
goes back
JP
to
is like,
sitting
okay,
back.
well, you know what, this is what he can do.
Okay, I use hard success persuade on John.
Okay, so John says,
We could
all
have
right,
more.
JP.
We'll have space
All right,
cadet
JP. Okay,
airship
I'll
for
tell
like
you what.
hunting trophies.
I'll tell you what. I will take you, but this is gonna cost you. Because you know what? I was gonna spend time with my family. I have a son, and I was going to rest. But you know what? That's fine. So we'll do this.
You
But you
could
know what?
bring your family
I
with you if you
want
want.
so the trip is just to England and back, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's all it
we're
is.
gonna like hang out in Wales for a few days, go hunting, maybe some fishing, get some liquor, and then we come back home.
And that's it, right?
Should um, get this guy out of his miasma or whatnot.
Okay. So again,
And
the
that,
trip is only going to England and coming back. That's all we're doing.
Yeah,
We need to tell him about the second thing we may or may not have to spring on him.
Okay.
We'll get a different person.
yeah.
Well,
We could
if
probably
we
find a different person
if we're
then.
only going to England and back, that's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it for $300.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here,
So
I'll
there's
toss in
another
an extra
issue.
20. You should be able to calm down. We're gonna have fun.
Sure, no problem. You know what the benefit is? Is that since we're not going to be bringing any cargo, we're just going to be bringing you. We're going to fill out the plane with fuel. That's going to be the cargo. And that way we can stop
Oh, and empty
midway,
boxes.
and we can refill the plane.
Remember, we need to bring some extra empty boxes so that way when we come back, we don't have to fill out a manifest if we bring in something. Because who wants to bring in something through a manifest?
Wait. What do you mean bring something? What are you planning to bring?
Liquor, hunting trophies, maybe some art or
Well,
whatnot.
you should be able to bring liquor.
Isn't it the prohibition?
Well,
Yes,
you
there's
cannot.
prohibition.
It is, during prohibition, it's illegal to buy it, but it's not illegal to drink it. Somebody may give it to you
It's
as
illegal
a.
to import it.
Oh, it is
Yes,
also
it's
illegal to
illegal
import
to
it.
import it.
Okay.
The manifest I was talking about.
Well, I may lose my
I like to
license
think
here.
this is the.
I may lose
I
my
think this is
license
the
here.
pot.
This is just getting worse and worse. I think we're gonna go
Has
for
John not
$500.
done this before? Oh no.
I think we're gonna go for
Come on,
$500.
John
There's no way
has done
is
this
John's
multiple
first time.
times.
I think we're gonna go for $500, considering how bad things are getting now.
Hun, haven't you been doing this for a while with him?
I am not
Yeah,
importing
I have.
liquor.
Wait,
I've
who's
given
been
you
food?
some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk. I will. Out of character, though. I'm just very.
I just wish I whispered to you and say like, you know, we could say he has been doing it. Threaten him with
I
it.
mean, what do you mean? He has been doing it.
I don't import any liquor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hun, we're
This
in
will
on
be
it.
like your nothing. This will be like your 5th time. What are you talking about?
I think, Hun, we're in on it. Don't worry.
Anyway, if you hand me my money, I'll be happy to start heading towards the plane, and we can start working into going there.
All right, 500.
All right. So he tells all of you, all right, well, follow me. I have some stuff for you to do. So he
Okay.
says, what we're going to do is I'm going to fill up the plane, but the plane is not going to make it all the way to England. So we're going to get all these containers, and he brings like huge barrels. He's like, we're going to fill this out with fuel. We're going to put them inside of the plane. And we're going to stop midway and refuel the plane.
I'm familiar with it, yes.
All right, very well. So he starts refilling the plane, and he advises everybody that they will need to assist with bringing those barrels into the plane.
Yeah, my character is just like going to look like she's actually helping, but it's just like totally not interested in this.
I mean,
Just-
Abir will help because she wants this to be done faster.
All right,
She's
you guys,
a little low on strength, but you know.
you guys get that done, and the airplane eventually takes off. Do you guys want to do anything during the time that you are flying, or do you want to skip?
There's not really anything I can do, since I can't really steal anything.
I mean, I'm
No,
gonna
not
be
really.
just like doing what I normally do, and writing, and all that, like just taking notes, writing, doing a little bit of research on the book, that kind of thing.
Yeah, if anything, I'm just like
No,
going over
the
my
only thing that will
supplies.
happen to your character, Jesse, is that the more time you spend with a book, you feel that you're starting to have some sort of a stronger connection to the book. It's almost as if you feel the book. It's almost like every time you open the book, like you grab the book to read it and you open the book, somehow you open the book at a different section. It's always the right section. Something that you were looking for without necessarily knowing that you were looking for it. At the same time, your bond with Irving should be getting better and better, because you continue putting that urgency into Irving, and you also keep telling him over and over how you are there to assist him into bringing his daughter and how everything is going to be okay. Pretty much reassure him. And Irving, due to that, he is pretty much putting more and more pressure on everybody else to assist them into assisting you.
Actually, I do have one thing. She would have. Since I'm a cat burglar and I would constantly need to disguise myself, she would take out the hair coloration she bought, earlier and start coloring her hair since it might as well be safe than sorry than having a new look right away. Easier
Okay.
to get rid of an old one, a new one, than
Um, Irving, your character, whenever from now on, your character, whenever he is encountering any resistance, should be starting to get into really bad moods and into frantic states of mind due to the fact that you just feel that you're getting closer and closer to potentially bringing your family back.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Yeah.
Would I be taking any kind of penalty for uh psychology checks against a beer?
No, not necessarily yet. No, no, not. I wouldn't say psychologies, but ultimately, what's gonna happen is soon enough you're going to start being taxed for all these things you're doing, but not yet.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
okay, so the airplane lives, and
I was
you
gonna
guys
say I was gonna
ultimately
bring up
stop at. Let's see where you guys stop. Let me just a sec. You find
like Newfoundland
some
or
sort
something.
of island or something in the middle of the way. Uh, Possibly in Santa Cruz. That's Flores. You guys stop there
Or
and refill and continue going. And the airplane is able to take you all the way to Swansea. The moment that you land on Swansea,
Wait,
Jesse,
Santa
your
Cruz, California?
no. Santa Cruz, de las Flores is an island that is in between the U.S. and Europe, particularly in
Okay.
between Spain and New York. I want to say.
Got it.
uh,
It's a little
gonna-
tiny, very small island. The moment that you guys land in Swansea, Jesse, your character just feels an extreme sense of urgency. Go ahead and roll your power, Jesse.
Success.
So your connection to the book by this point is like super strong. You and the book will have spent a lot of time just looking at each other. Even not necessarily reading, but your character will have started to enjoy just looking at the book's eye, and the eye will look at you to the point where you guys will have started to have a bond of sorts.
Okay.
So the airplane lands in Swansea, and John says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna refill the plane, and whenever you guys are ready to head back, just come back, and we'll get there."
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so
Uh,
you get off the plane, and you're in the middle.
Proper suggestion.
Yeah.
Not to you. The doctor is. I don't know what's her name. The character name.
Which one?
The one with the book.
Oh,
Oh, a
Sydney?
beer? A beer?
Yeah.
Do you want?
Oh, should I roll for
Uh,
Sydney's thing after the session? Abira Basa.
Right. I understood. I did what you said. Either way, he's gonna look towards her because he's somewhat paying attention to what everyone's doing. I am unsure what's so fascinating about that book. Little myth, but you may want to put it down.
It is our only chance that I know of to return one who was taken from life too early from the grave. I do not think that I should let it go, lest it slip from our grasp. But thank you for the suggestion.
That may be so. And it will, and if it works, I will, I don't know, I'm not a believer, and even if I was a believer, I wouldn't trust God. But, and this is a very big but, if you spend too much time looking at if you spend too much time looking at that thing, you will reduce our chances of actually pulling it off. Because you will think too much, and that will lead to mistakes.
Okay. Well, I will try to only do it during downtime.
So make the plan, keep the book close, but don't stare at it.
Go ahead and roll.
Me want to.
Jesse,
Who's
your
rolling?
character needs to roll. Roll your sanity right now.
Extreme success.
Okay, you're good.
Nice.
Okay.
You tell him, your character feels that he's very, very drawn to the book, and therefore you feel that you almost take offense to him telling you that that you cannot look at the book because only you know exactly how important it is to be able to know everything that is in that book in order to be able to complete the ritual. And as badly as you want to complete that ritual, you really don't want anybody to get in your way.
Okay. But I'm still in. I will keep that in mind. She doesn't. She just says that, and then the book is in the book bag now that we're out of the plane, out in the open.
That is all I can ask for.
Alright.
All right, so how are you guys plan to get to St. Davis?
First
Is there
thing first, I want to buy like an empty notebook and a pencil.
St. Davis is
I mean, you
how
might
far
have to.
away from that location. Can we get there with taxi or do we need a train?
It's let's see.
It's quite a distance, I want to say.
Let's see. Let's
So, let's see.
where is my directions?
Directions. Let's see.
I'm doing the same thing. Oh wait.
Where are we going to?
It's about
modern-
it's about 72, almost 73 miles
Yeah, it's
away.
very far.
So yeah, about with today's traffic, today's types of cars, it will be an hour and a half. So let's say about 2 hours and a half worth of driving with vehicles of that time. You will need to get some sort of taxi. You will need to rent a car.
Somebody will do it legally.
someone rents a car, I think Irving
At
would be
least the
able to
first
drive.
visit.
So somebody, I guess somebody's renting a car.
It's probably the guy with money.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Moneybags.
He called me that in game. I don't know what I'll do. But yeah,
All right.
I would go
So
ahead and see about finding a car.
there's this guy actually loading his truck, and he's just Actually, he's unloading luggage from a truck, and he sees you there. And he's like, "Do you need help with your luggage? Do you need me to bring it somewhere? I will be happy to bring it for you if you need me to for the right amount of money."
Actually, we're looking for a car that we can
You're
use.
looking for a car. What type of car are you looking for?
Something that can.
Yeah,
Oh,
a kind of big car.
well, you know what? Okay, so you're looking more like a truck type of vehicle, much like this.
Something.
He says. You know what?
Absolutely.
I was just thinking that, we seem to be having opposite problems. You seem to be lacking a car and obviously have the means to get one, and I seem to be lacking money and don't have the means to get rid of the car for the moment. So I was just thinking that maybe we can help each other here. What do you think?
How much would it exactly be?
Well, where are you guys going?
St. David's Cathedral?
Oh, okay. Well, that's quite far. So that I'm sure you're not gonna be bringing my car tomorrow. But you know what? I'm gonna stay in that hotel that is right next to the airport. So you can take my vehicle for a week for, let's say, $200.
Jeez.
Well, we shouldn't necessarily need it for a week, so.
Well,
3
you're more than
days?
welcome to, if you want to negotiate with the guy, you're more than welcome to fast talk him or persuade him. Okay, persuade. That's fine. That's
We'll need
fine.
it for
So
the
he
whole
says,
week,
well, you know
so-
what? Fine. How about $50 then?
There you go.
Okay, that can do.
All right, very well.
I'll go ahead and throw in an extra 25 to show that I am trustworthy. Show that I am nice.
Oh, that is so nice. Thank you very
Such a
much.
nice
Here's the keys. Yeah. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy your stay here in England.
It's Wales. Oh, yeah.
And he looks at the group.
Man's clearly been trekking across the country.
Yeah.
He looks at the group, and he says, "Good luck," and says his wife. All right. So
Oh.
right now,
You want to spend some?
I need
What's
somebody
there?
to roll a 1d24, please.
Alright, I can do that. I like rolling the bones.
So right now it will be about 4
24.
o'clock.
Right.
Right now it will be 4 o'clock, and we determine that you will get to the cathedral within 2 hours. So you will be in there around 6.
Not bad.
All right. So you start driving. You head over there, and after 6 hours, you arrive to the cathedral.
Wait, 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
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 After after 2 hours, you arrive there. You park the car, and you notice that, there's not a big parking area, but you park the car anyway. So There's many security guards, like normally people with guns. Guns from the times, of course. Rifles, guarding the area. It's a big cathedral, after all. The cathedral looks very, very nice. It seems to have details. The doors are open, and you can see the details of gold inside of the cathedral, which those of you that are burglars will feel super enticed to it.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there anything I could do to see if I can recognize if these guards are like underground or just like government mandated?
Well, they are. They seem to be part of the government. I mean, they are just standing at the door. They are your typical royal guards.
All right.
They have their
Alright,
weapons
these
next to them.
Yeah.
And
All
they're
right.
just
These are the local bobbies.
yeah,
And,
they're just standing guard. They don't
Can I?
they don't do anything.
Yeah.
They don't interact with anybody. They're just standing over there. You guys
Yeah,
park the
and-
car, and you guys get off the car. And
Yeah. I just start pacing the joint. See where the guards are posted and where.
Yeah,
And
can I
see
help
if
with
our-
that?
Sure,
I'd like to try to.
sure thing.
I mean, you're the expert, but I'd love to if we, I just want to see like any hidden entrances. Any
Well,
side
you
entrances
see
where-
that the guards seem to be. There's two guards where the cars are parked. There seems to be two other guards at every exit of the cathedral, meaning like the main entrance and the second exit that it's got.
There any windows?
The windows, unfortunately, are too high up, where you will need to climb them. And also, they are not necessarily clear. They are those typical church windows, that they are in different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, do you have a picture of said church?
Yeah, I put it in
In
in Discord.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that looks something I could climb, especially
So-
as a cat burglar.
Every
know.
every entrance has guards.
Yep. Every entrance has two guards.
Yeah, and any of them like going around the building in general.
Well, no, they're just standing at the entrance, and there's a set of guards where there's a set of guards that walk around. That they walk around the building, and those they get normally to where the vehicles are parked. But most of the other sets of guards are just standing on one place, which is on the entrances and exits.
Yeah.
How many patrolling guards are there?
Two patrolling guards.
Okay, good. Two.
Yeah, she at this point Irene would start counting, see how long it takes them to the same guys to
To go around the
building,
whole
or-
church, it will take them at least 20 minutes.
Okay.
The church is
And-
pretty big, though, I should say.
Yeah, that should be plenty of time for us to find a way in, without. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Um,
I don't necessarily think you will have a problem going in.
Is the church supposedly open to the public?
The church is open, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of doing it after hours, hon. Assuming if this isn't in character, I mean.
Oh no, sorry. That was just a general question of something we knew.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, otherwise, can I use spot hidden to see if I could find any blind spots?
Can I spot him to assist?
Well, you're outside the church. You're outside the church. You're not going to be able to find much of anything outside the church. I mean, ultimately, you may find a bush here and there, but that's about it.
Okay.
So, two things are happening right now. First thing is that, Jesse, as much as your own personal intelligence will probably tell you to do things one way or another, or agree with different characters. Your character is definitely dying to go in there and get whatever she came to get. So waiting till later for your character is not necessarily an option.
If we just go in, perhaps we can
For one.
or something.
For
No,
two,
no, hon.
for two, there's really nothing stopping you from going in. You know, going in is not a crime. Just saying.
Yeah, we figured it's the coming out that's the issue. Right?
Maybe we can.
No,
learn
I mean
more
it's
tonight.
like just a public church right now. So
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll. Our Pennyglade's thinking. Penglade, sorry, is thinking. All right. Okay. We can't really just walk out with the thing. So she's just like looking for ways to go in or out depending on what's
Was the
needed.
staff in the picture?
So
The
what?
picture in the book was the staff in the picture in the book?
Yep.
How big did it seem to be?
Well, it's really hard for you to determine in the book. In the book, it looks almost like a cross. It looks like a very strange cross. It's skinny. It looks kind of a little bit tall. It's got, you know how a cross has two sticks, right? One going horizontal and the other one vertical. Well, this one,
Yeah.
right. This is a staff, and at the top part of the staff has two lines that go horizontal on each side instead of just one. And then it has on the very top of that, above that, some sort of hole of sorts where you can imagine that you could probably insert something else there.
Okay. Like the crystal, maybe?
Maybe.
Right.
Uh,
Let's
At least that's
get
what the
back
book
together
tells me.
and start walking in now. But don't take it.
where's the
A vicar's clothing and purchase to wear. Yeah, well, you're right in front of a church right now. You're gonna have to talk to, the people running the show right now. First of all, you need to convince ultra compulsive Jessie's character, and then she will need to be okay with that, to not to go, cry to, what's his name, Morlock than Dove's character, Irving.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise she's gonna go bitch at him, and Irving wants to bring his family back, so then you're gonna have to battle that too. And then
I know, I'm
if
just
you
like-
do get past that, then maybe you can go find your vicar's clothing. So it's almost like
It's
everybody
just-
has just everybody grabbed by the balls right now, you know. Not to mention
Yeah.
that our dearest friend Keegan, right now, his character just managed to see some of the golden details that are inside, and he's really itching to go in to like.
Oh yeah, Penglade
rob the
is,
place.
But she's experienced. She knows not to pull it off right away. You got a plan, and she's
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, even Abir knows that much. It's the getting in and seeing that she's, she wants
Also,
to find the thing and then figure out a way to get
our
out.
newest
Yeah, I'm the
our
same
newest
way.
player, his character Doctor, he's also probably thinking that he can make some good money out of whatever they have inside too. So, considering that a bunch of you are criminals and are definitely fine robbing the place, and then a bunch of you are just crazy to the point that you don't care about anybody else's safety, and then those of you that are not crazy are just grieving to the point that you don't give a fuck anymore. You're pretty much fighting a very lonesome battle.
yeah. At this point, it's all right. Let's get the others and pull
It
that
should
up.
be open to tourists. I mean, like anybody who's like interested in the faith at
Yeah,
this time.
Yeah,
I
it's
know, she's
open.
like,
You
yeah.
you see people coming and going inside.
Penny Glaze is just telling everyone. All right, we can go
So
in.
can we still execute it?
Yeah, just get ready to go in.
All right. So you walk in. The moment that you walk in, Jesse, your bag, where you keep your book. What kind of bag do you have? Do you have one of those, a backpack? Do you have a bag that
It's
you hang from your
it's like
shoulder?
it's a shoulder. It's a leather shoulder book bag.
Okay. So the moment that you walk in, you notice how the bag seems to be pulling you forward. You look
I wanna
forward.
Put my hand,
You look
I do want to put
forward.
my hand on it to make sure it doesn't like draw attention.
Yeah, you look forward and you see, everybody sees this staff in there. The staff is almost 7 feet tall, made completely out of gold. Seems to be a little bit on the heavy side. And it is pretty much, and it is strapped inside of a wooden cross that it just happens to be hanging above the middle of the chair. The cross is hanging in a way that it makes it seem like it's just hanging, and there's Jesus crucified in there, and the staff is just part of it. So in order to get the staff, you need to get to the cross. And in order to get the cross, you will need to bring it down. Unless you know how to fly.
No, haven't learned that spell yet.
In the meantime, I guess I'll just continue walking around the church, see what I could, steal or otherwise.
Can I look for a ladder?
For a ladder?
Mm-hmm. Like maybe they used to like clean the cross or something, or a way to lower the cross, because they have to like dust it and stuff, right? So
go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Yo.
The music
All right.
stopped when
You don't find a ladder, but
I'm scared now.
you don't find a ladder, but you do find a lever that actually they use to lower the cross and pull it up again. That is kind of hidden on the side, on the back, on the side of the church, right next to a bunch of pipes. When you do that, roll your power, please.
Failure.
You clearly hear a voice. And this voice, it just tells you, you gotta get that cross. You have to get it. It's our way. You have to let me out and help me come back out so I can help you. Get the staff. And obviously the voice sounds more of a very dark, heavy tone voice that says it. Go ahead and roll your sanity, please.
Success.
Nice.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll a 1d2, please.
Two.
Alright, 2 sanity. Thank you. So, other than that, nothing else happens to you. So, everybody rolls spot hidden. That is inside of the church.
Alright, let's see what good stuff I find.
Alright, success.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw nothing.
oh my goodness.
Can I just ask something really quickly?
All right.
Oh,
Did we
fuck.
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
there perhaps anything that would indicate? Is there perhaps by any chance anything that might indicate where the offices are?
I'm sorry. Everything that might.
Please, whatever past his office in the church.
I'm sorry. Can you ask that again? I can barely hear. Let me turn you up. Okay. Go ahead. Ask that again.
I was curious. Is there anything that resembles offices?
Offices? Not in there. Not in there. There's many doors. Right. There's many doors that if you want to try and open a door and go exploring, you may be able to find different parts of the church, because ultimately you're in the main hall of the church right now. Where the wooden benches are, where people will sit down to pray. Where the ceremonies happen.
So the pew.
Right. Ultimately, there are some doors next to that area that they lead to other places, and you may be able to find those other places, but at the same time that you might be able to find those other places, you may be able to find other things that you may or may not be looking for. So it's up to you where you're going, and we're gonna get back to that in a second. If you think about if you want to go or not.
Guards?
So what?
Are there any guards inside?
Now that you can see inside of the of that area per se, there are a lot of priests in there.
Okay.
All right, so let's take care of the rolls. Irving,
Yes.
you fumbled that. So go ahead and roll a. Actually, no, you're not going to roll anything just yet. So what happens to you is, at this moment, you sort of faint. And when you faint, pretty much you feel fainting. So you sit down in one of the benches. And as you sit down on one of the benches, you just feel like you faint. You're transported into this version of your house. You open the door outside that goes towards the outside because you hear your family out there, and you see your wife and you see your daughter just playing outside, picking flowers. Your daughter is laughing, she's happy, and she sees you and she says, "Daddy, come with us." And you start walking towards them. And when you start walking towards them, it seems like no matter how much you walk, you just can't get there. And you continue walking. And you continue walking. Eventually, you pick up the pace. And now you're starting to walk faster. And running. And you just can't get there. And eventually, everything just gets really dark. You see how clouds start covering the sun. And now the sky is completely dark, almost as if it's nighttime. And when you look forward again to see where your wife and your child are, they seem to be gone. You turn around, you look, and you see that the house is not there anymore. Now you have walked so far that you just don't know where you're at anymore. There's different roads, different yards, and you just your characters just start calling them out, calling their names. And eventually you turn around and you see your daughter hanged by that tree where she was gutted. She appears dead, and you just fall on your knees, crying all over again. At that point, your daughter looks at you and talks to you and says, "Daddy, what are you doing to bring me back? What are you waiting for? I need you, Daddy. I'm hurting. Bring me back." And then you just snap back. And when you snap back, you go ahead and roll your sanity, please.
Snap back.
Sanity. Success.
Okay, go ahead and roll a 1d3,
Well-
please.
1d3.
All right, 2. How many points have you lost so far? Since
So
we
far,
started?
that's the only thing I've lost. Just the 2 points.
Okay, good. All right. So obviously,
Well,
you stand up.
Mr. She is.
Hold on. You stand up, from where you're at. And the first thing you see is that staff that is hanging by the crucifix, the gigantic crucifix that is floating in the middle of the church under all the priests that just happen to be praying and talking and doing whatever. Then let's see. Give me just a second. Let me find that. Okay, Jesse, you just cannot stop looking at the staff, and no matter what you do, all you can think of is just that staff. The book continues pulling you over there, and the closer you get to that crucifix, the harder the book just pulls. Keegan, you find several little tiny statues everywhere that are crucifixes that are completely made out of gold, that are strapped on walls.
They're strapped to the wall.
Yeah.
Well,
And
this
JP
has a-
And JP, you don't find anything particularly important that gets to your attention.
Yeah.
Who found? So Irene found golden crucifixes.
Irene
Irene.
Penglade.
Yeah, the cat
Who?
burglar.
Do you mind if Doctor goes around looking a bit for the offices?
Yep, no, that's totally fine. So now we're gonna get back to you, to these offices. So at this point now, there's several doors. We're gonna go ahead and say that there are 2 doors on each side of that main hall area where you guys are. So, do you want to go towards the left or you want to go towards the right?
I'm going to head toward those on the right.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Yeah. If architecture of that, if my history and architecture don't deceive me, what resembles offices should be on the right side. Stealth. It's not great, but it might work.
All right. So one of the priests sees you opening the door and says, "Sir, excuse me. That area is not open for visitors. You can take a seat and pray if you want to. Otherwise, that area is only for for us, for the priests. That's what our rooms are, and that also goes up towards the towers. So yeah."
My apologies. I was actually looking for the offices. If you could
The
tell me where I
offices?
can find those. Yes.
What kind of
They're
offices?
an issue.
He tells you, "What kind of offices? This is a church. People just come here to pray."
Here. My
I'm-
apologies. I'm used to when churches have. And he would look around, trying to look well, not trying. He is fascinated by the entire thing. All of this regular maintenance is a must. So there's usually at least one office that takes care of that, or at least
Oh, you mean
whoever
like the
he
maintenance
presumes
room?
that
Well, you
takes
know
care
what?
of
We
it.
do have a maintenance guy that he doesn't have an office. He just has we have a room that has all of our tools and things, and you know he is the maintenance guy, so he grabs whatever he needs and he works all around the church. Um, but there's no maintenance for the uh, I mean no office for the maintenance guy. The only one that has a study, not necessarily an office, but he has a study, is the main priest, and ultimately that study is within is right next to his bedroom. It's just next to it. So you know, you're more than welcome to go talk to him. He's standing right over there, and you see him. You know, if you turn your head around, you will see him standing right in front of the altar, looking up at the cross and praying to it. He's wearing a much different outfit than everybody else is. All the other priests seem to be wearing the typical black outfit with the little white neck thingy, and he's just wearing a whole white outfit.
That right. Um, that um, okay, I'm not sure how how accurate I am, but as far as I know, that white thingy on the collar of the priests is is marked for a preacher, not a priest, not a not not a monk. There's a big difference.
Well, they're not monks. They are priests. This is a pretty much you're a
Is there?
Catholic church.
I mean, doesn't really matter to me. Either way, he's going to turn towards them. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I,
So,
I might go talk with him a bit later.
okay, no problem. And if you need confession by any chance, we have our confessionaries over there that you're more than welcome to confess your sins at any time you want. Otherwise, you know, feel free to sit down and pray. And if you need to talk to a priest for whatever reason, maybe you don't necessarily have to confess, you just need advice. You know, we're very good at giving advice. Um, and you know, feel free to ask for any kind of assistance. We do baptisms, we do communions, um, we do have religion school. You know, we have a group of younglings that we are trying to doctrine into becoming priests. So, you know, we help with anything and everything. So, all right. So, Jake,
Yeah.
um, you're pretty much on the back, looking at everything. You do see how, at this point, um, you know, Claire, I think was her name. She's looking at stealing half the church because about that much is made out of gold that is within reach. Then you see that Jesse's character is holding for dear life that bag and cannot stop looking at that crucifix. Um, then you notice that Irving is actually standing up slowly. He hasn't been. He doesn't look like he's feeling really well, you know. And as much as you care about him, you get some sort of sense of you know, like you probably should check on him, maybe find out exactly what happened. Papa Doc, what is your character doing at all this?
Not much.
What? What did he say?
I
I
have no
said
idea.
not much. I tried a couple of things earlier, so I'm just listening and watching right now. That's it.
Well, but what I mean, where did your character go? Ultimately, where's your character at?
I don't know. I haven't done anything all
Okay,
night, so I've been just listening.
all right. Well,
I've tried,
your character.
I tried stealing Victor's clothes and stuff, so it
Okay,
just didn't work out. So I'm
all
just
right.
riding around here.
So your
Sitting
character
outside.
then your character will be also inside of the church right now with everybody.
Okay. All right.
So go ahead and roll spot hidden. You two, while you're there.
Which two?
Sorry about that.
Is this okay? There we go. All right. So let me see what. Yeah, just to have a refresher about your character, Jerome. Jerome. Okay, antiquarian. All right. I don't necessarily know exactly how honest your character is, but definitely you do see things around the church that call to your attention. They seem very antique. Definitely a lot of very valuable stuff that you do notice that Carla is actually looking at, particularly, and she seems to be looking over her shoulder too at the same time, trying to see if there are any priests whatsoever looking at her, which you can potentially assume that she may be wanting to take with her. And as an antiquarian, you definitely are interested in these items. There are crucifixes that are very, very, very old. And then far back, there is a chalice, and there are many other items completely made out of gold that really, really call to your attention.
Okay. I will just observe, and that's it. Um, if I think that I can find out a few certain things like I tried earlier, then I'll do something. Otherwise, I won't do anything.
Okay. All right.
Um, while Pennyblade just found the crosses, can she do like a mechanical repair to see if her lockpicks can help like unscrew it when the time comes?
Well, whatever you roll right now, if you try to do something, you're obviously going to be trying to remove that.
No, she's not necessarily trying. She's just trying to figure out if she has the tools necessary.
Oh, okay. So you're checking within yourself to see if you have tools.
Yeah, she has lockpicks, but
Okay.
nothing
Yeah, but
else. You know,
you probably may need a knife to try to
Oh.
separate it from
does
the
have
wall.
a hunting knife.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she just wanted to try to do it subtly without leaving damage because
Okay.
that leaves evidence.
All right. So is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna use your hunting knife to try to
No,
unstrap?
not now. Definitely not now, but when the time comes.
Okay.
Like I said, she plans on coming back tonight, so
Hmm.
that way we can get the cross out since it is 7 fucking feet tall.
Okay. All right. So
Because there is no way she can get either that or these out at the same time without getting caught during the day.
okay. So Jesse.
This is the setup for her.
Okay. So Jesse, what do you want to do then?
I want to talk to the priests and see if I can find out more about where the staff came from. Just kind of chat them up about the historical.
Okay.
Um,
So you
history
walk
of the
towards
staff.
the priest, and the priest is standing there, and he sees you holding for dear life to your bag, and the priest says, "Hi, are you okay? You look troubled."
Well, you have such a beautiful antique. And she gestures to the crucifix.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that was actually carved by hand, the whole thing, including the Jesus on it. It's been carved by hand, and somebody welded, that nice little staff and strapped it on it as a nice detail. Among the other details of gold that it has, the church has been very nice, donating all this gold and being able to use it.
The golden part, it doesn't look like a normal cross. I'm
Yeah,
curious
no.
what the symbol means.
Well, it's supposed to be made out of. It's this very strange type of gold, which I was told that it has a very high significance to God, due to the fact that it seems to radiate some sort of connection. Like, I can tell you that the time that I touched that staff and I was praying, I never felt closer to God than that time. That that cross has a lot of power.
May I? Would it be too forward to ask to touch it?
Unfortunately,
only
we don't. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, we have a rule. We don't let the general public touch
I
the
see.
cross.
But that is fair. It is quite a holy artifact, after all.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. But if
Just
there's
arrange
anything
it.
else I can help you with, I'll be happy to. Would you like to have a confession? Is there something you
Well,
want to talk about? You seem like something's afflicting you.
I'm very curious as to the history of this church. If you could
Oh.
tell me more about the founding, perhaps I would be very grateful.
Oh well, this church is very old. It's been here for hundreds of years. We always been very religious, this area, and we take praying and honoring the Lord very seriously. Um, we have had, unfortunately, in the past, several happenings where they've been attempt to rob us, and bad things happen. In some cases, some people trying to take that stuff too, but nothing major. Unfortunately, everything uh, pretty much solved itself, especially now that we have the assistance of the government, lending us our nice guards that pretty much they don't leave the premises. They're just here 24/7. We feel much safer.
That is very good that you would not want something so precious
Yes.
to be taken.
Yes, definitely.
Do you have any? I am a historical writer, so if you have any
Oh,
documentation or stories about the different artifacts in the church, I would love to learn more.
well, unfortunately, I don't have any documentation on different artifacts, but I can tell you that the the one thing that we do have that is very, very important is that chalice with all the trays right next to it. That was actually donated by the Vatican and provided to us. The Pope has blessed it, and then of course you do get to see all the many crucifixes and different trinkets that are around the church. That the Pope himself has come here, visited the church and blessed everything. So in a way, you can say that we have a very strong connection to God.
That is most admirable.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
How many priests are there?
Go ahead and roll 1d15, please. Keep in mind the church is pretty big. So. All right. Well, I guess all the different priests left, and you're talking to the only one that is standing over there right now.
Is it the high priest or the main priest or just the?
Yeah, it's the main
dude?
priest. Main priest. Everybody else just happened to leave the room.
Well, they're the highest priest there.
So could I possibly like try to edge him into a tour of like a different part of the room so I can get him out of the room and kind of signal the others that to empty the room, basically?
Well, you can definitely try to.
What would I have to do to like
persuade? Fast talk?
Yeah, first let me just cast. I saw the lovely towers from outside. Do you think we could tell me a bit more about them? Or the stained glass. That is also very interesting.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely I can tell you about the glass. All this glass was actually donated by the town folks. There's somebody that works with glass, and they tint the glass and they painted it, and they have donated it. And as you can see, every single window has a different paint to it. And it's
Are
great
there any
because
that are like out of the view of? Because looking at the church, it looks like the main area, right, is like the main worship, and the other windows, are those stained glass as well?
yeah, I'll go ahead and roll roll your
I have
luck.
Luck? Oh boy.
Okay, no. All right. So, in order to get the priest to move, you may have to persuade him to go somewhere, or fast talk him, or something.
The towers. Who seemed good at persuading in the group that I could maybe?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask around.
I have a 50.
Who is? Oh yeah. Actually, JP is probably the. Abir will look over at JP and kind of subtly motion him to come over.
Anybody else have higher than me though?
I mean, JP is probably the one you'd think of, but.
Papa Dog is about to steal a cross.
Do I see this happening?
Yeah, you're over there in the room.
Do I see this happening?
You're about to persuade the priest, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna motion JP over.
Wait, what am I persuading him on?
All right, so you kind of look at JP and you call him to where you're at.
We would love to have a tour, maybe of the towers or the whole of maybe the exterior of the church before it gets too dark. I would love to be able to read more. We came here, unfortunately, quite late in the day. And then I look to JP to add to that.
Oh,
You seem quite
okay.
knowledgeable. It is very admirable.
Let's see, persuade. I might spend luck if I'm close.
Can I
It's up to
like
you.
assist him? Can I assist him and do like the what's the dice that you get, like the bonus dice or the penalty
Bonus
dice?
penalty? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just roll the
He
10 dice
yeah.
again.
You just roll the 10 dice again. Can I do that by assisting him?
Sure,
Help
go
him
ahead.
with that?
Oh!
Oh, became a 5. That's much
Three.
better. Abir's insistence helps a lot.
Wow.
It's been a slow day at the church.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So
He's the high priest,
are you
right?
going to
Highest priest there.
are you
Yeah.
going to use luck on that?
I know he got a 5.
I
A
see
bonus.
Yeah.
I see a 0 on it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
that-
0.
Oh, okay.
5. Because you re-roll the 10s dice. With
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Never mind. All right.
We
So-
just barely use it. Just kidding.
So the priest says, "Okay, yeah, sure, we can go real fast. I mean, the other priest should be coming back out in no time to start closing up. But yeah, I can show you a little bit of the windows from outside. You know, maybe on another day I can take you also to the tower, because you know we have a a bell made completely out of 24K gold.
That-
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I've
completely
heard of-
engraved and it's beautiful.
That's very strange. Most bells are made of other metals
Probably.
because of the sound I make. Yes.
Right.
Well, this one is special. It has been blessed by our by the Pope, so somehow it works.
Oh wow, that is impressive. I would love to see that another day.
Yeah.
And so we go out.
No surprise if this is named after.
All right, so
a
you go out.
saint.
And what do you do now?
All right, I started stealing. Because
And just so you know, Abir did point out the lever earlier to everyone.
Go ahead and roll mechanical repair.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh.
And you
Nice.
manage to. Okay, so you keep rolling mechanical repair, and you're fine. Okay, so you're just stealing stuff in there. All right, so who else is gonna try to do anything?
Yeah, I think Irving would.
Okay.
Irving would try to assist her.
Okay, so are you going to try to lower the crucifix?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so.
So go ahead and roll your strength, so you can pull that lever.
Failure.
All right. So the lever doesn't necessarily move. You will need someone else's help.
Just like
Who else is
I
there?
don't even
Papa
know
Doc
who's
is there.
paying
Maybe he
attention,
can help
just,
you.
like, gesturing at anyone else.
What did
in
Irene
the
do
room.
then?
I was stealing my own stuff first,
Got it.
because that there thing is going to be a large and loud,
Yeah.
and mine is small and quiet.
Jerome should be there, and maybe he can help you. I don't know. You may want to signal him. Hey, Jerome. So you do notice that Irving is trying to get that crucifix down, but unfortunately, he's not strong enough to hold the weight of the crucifix, so therefore, the lever doesn't move. Would you assist them, or what do you want to do?
I'd like to try to use my mechanical repair if I'm available.
Well, no, but
See
you're
if-
stealing stuff already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if. Okay.
Right. I was talking
Yeah,
to.
just let me
I'm
know.
talking to Papa Doc right now to
Okay,
see
I'm
if he
sorry,
wants to
just let me
help.
know what-
If not, I'm gonna ask also Arlen afterwards to see if he helps too. What is Papa Doc doing?
With what? With lowering the cross?
Yep.
Is there a system?
Well, You will need to roll your strength. Yeah, it's got a lever.
Big ol' heavy lever.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Is Jerome doing anything?
I still give a hand.
Did you roll your strength? Click on the strength button on your sheet.
You said to roll?
Yeah, roll strength.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the
Nice.
cross
A
the
bit.
cross actually goes down and finally gets to the ground level. So what do you guys do now?
Well, if I'm available, can I? Am I able to help now, or?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll mechanical repair if you want.
Okay. Yeah, see if I can find a way to pry it out.
All right, so you pry
I'm
out
rolling
all the
high.
parts of the
Job.
all the staff, and the staff comes out. So are you guys going to leave the crucifix like that, or are you going to pull up the crucifix again?
Pull it up! Pull it up!
Yeah, or probably try to pull it up so it's a little less obvious at first.
Yeah, and what's the size of it? The staff.
It's about
Or
7
my
feet
own-
tall.
Oh, it's still tall as hell. Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your strength again, Irving and Doctor. All right, there you
Irving
go.
got it. Cool.
So the crucifix goes up again to the same spot. So now,
I take off my coat and wrap it around part of it.
all right. So you wrap
Yeah,
part
wrap it
of
up.
it within your coat, and there's a whole
You
side
all
over
better
there
hide.
that's just sticking out. You know, pretty
Lord.
much above your head.
Yeah,
So
I'm just,
what's the plan? And go ahead and roll. Jesse, go ahead and roll your luck. All right. So the priest says, "Well, I think it's time to go back now. I have to start getting stuff ready to close. You guys are more than welcome to come back tomorrow, and we can continue the tour. I can show you definitely the top area where the bell is."
That would be wonderful. Can you? Which tower? Oh no, it is behind the clock, is it?
Yes, 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 and I'll be happy to show you all that tomorrow. Let's just go right now.
Oh,
And he starts
I
walking
use charm
towards
to buy
the.
some time.
Yeah. Can I help?
Yeah, run.
Just to, like-
roll. Fast talk or persuade.
Charm.
Charm. That's fine.
Where's the
Oh,
bonus?
never mind.
Oh. Where's the bonus penalty button?
it's right below it,
It's right below it.
like the result.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Can I give him the bonus dice?
Sure, go ahead.
Do I have that out?
Didn't help much. In fact, that
Okay.
might make things
So
worse.
he just continues walking, and
It's getting,
I think I insulted him.
so
I'm gonna make
go
sure
ahead
we're
and
making
roll.
enough noise that the others can kind
Hold
of
on.
hear. It's like it won't be super loud.
Yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence.
Who?
You.
Ah.
All right. Never
Dang,
mind.
off by 6.
How many of them are
You could spend luck.
No, you cannot
I
spend
can't.
luck on intelligence.
Oh right, I'm sorry, I forget.
So,
If not for
all right.
medical
So the
stuff.
priest gets to the entrance. Before the priest takes the action, do you guys do anything else with the staff?
Like I said, I was just trying to wrap it up so I can make it look more inconspicuous, and if anyone else wants to wrap it up in their own coat, that'd be great.
Well, but we're talking about something that is 7 feet long.
Go into a closet or something. Jeez.
I wouldn't
Do we see
necessarily.
them coming?
I'm gonna try to like make it. I'm not gonna raise my voice too much, but enough that they can hear us coming.
Okay. Go ahead and roll listen, everybody inside the church.
I mean, that's only 9 luck off.
Keegan?
Oh,
Okay, hard success. Nice.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
you hear them coming back.
shit, hide it. As I'm like looking for somewhere to go, like.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like a closet. I would go
where
into a closet.
where would you
with
like
it,
to
and-
hide it?
Is there
we
like a
have
coat
4
rack?
doors.
There is no coat rack. Now go ahead and roll intelligence or spot hidden.
I
Alright,
mean,
let's
I
do it.
got an idea. Technically, if like 2 or 3
Intelligence.
people are walking next to each other, you could hold it at an angle.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that thing is golden. It's still gonna be taller than both of you.
No, if you go wide enough, like if you make a people line, you get it behind you. It's really
so
silly.
kind of like a square box instead of just a straight line up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do that, and then roll stealth.
I would like to say that Irving would realize what was going on and then just go straight into the confessional.
What about my
Okay.
what?
That's a,
What would I get from my extreme intelligence though? Just
So
But
you
also-
realize that maybe a good idea is, as they come, maybe you can put it on the floor right next to the wooden
Cross.
benches on the side, and maybe
oh,
the
Lay
priest
down on the
pews.
wooden bench.
and maybe the
Yeah, in
priest
the
will
pew.
walk.
Under the pews?
Right, maybe the
Yeah.
priest will walk, and once the priest passes, then you can grab it and do something with it. But at the same time, you still gotta deal with the 2 guards that are going to be on each side of the entrance.
You can deal
That's-
with that. We can get that when we come to it. Confessional can buy some time.
actually, hold on. I can. How? Does anyone else have a jacket on?
I
Like I
most
said-
likely do.
Wrap it around your jacket, and we'll hold it at our size and make it look like we're holding our jackets.
We're
What if-
just walking in the line holding jackets.
What if
Yeah,
you sit down on-
Nice.
what if you like sit down on, put it under the pew, like tuck it under, you know where the footrest comes out? Tuck it under
Yeah,
that,
sure,
and
no.
then look like you're praying, and then walk it with your
No, that
bodies.
for when we're dealing with the guards and.
Oh
sit-
yeah, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, well, I'm like sitting on top of it, making it look like I'm just right next to my coat.
Irene and wait, you're not. JP is outside, right?
I'm
I
the,
might-
That's gonna be the last part when we're
Okay,
dealing with the
yeah.
guards and the coats. Right now,
All
we're
right,
gonna hide it in
so-
the pews.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
For now, hiding it in the pews, and I'm going to sit like on top of it to make it look like I'm sitting next to my coat.
Okay.
Irving is in the confessional.
Okay. All right. So the priest just walks through and doesn't see anything yet. Doesn't notice anything much
I get a poke out of the confessional.
at the moment.
Or is there like, is the curtain open? Is there a way that he knows you're in there?
He's just like holding his hands like in praying position.
Yeah, the moment
So-
the priest passed by, I'm just going to go.
Okay.
Like
So
an
the moment
office
passes by. The priest
no,
passes
no,
by.
No, wait, no, he's in the confessional.
You're gonna go where?
I would hope the doctor would help me with this plan.
Where is it that you're going?
With what?
We use the
I
coach
mean,
strategy.
if you need a distraction from
All right. So if you're gonna
actually
hide
hurting,
if you're gonna hide the staff
a good
amongst three people like your plan was, which is totally fine. But then we're gonna have to, you all three people are gonna have to roll, to make sure that that you're hiding it. So I guess all three people will have to roll stealth. Also, you're gonna have to
Okay,
justify why
that's
three
the-
people at the same time are coming out of the church exactly at the same time and maybe walking sideways to be able to fit through the front door because that thing is 7 feet wide.
What if? Okay, this is kind of crazy, but like in a line, basically, right? And you put it on like one side,
Right.
with
Yeah.
under the coats, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, like. Yeah,
Go ahead
like,
and
that's what I
roll.
said, wrap-
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Oh my
Nice.
Christ!
Nice, nice, nice.
Who else is
Oh.
helping?
All right.
I don't have good stealth.
Stealth.
I have
Oh.
40 in stealth. Actually, I might.
You need one more roll.
Who else? Anyone have any higher than 40?
I think you might be the
I
only one.
don't. I have 20.
I'm gonna
Oh, well, there we go.
spend the luck on that.
It is an extreme success though.
30 some.
Do I? If I?
You're gonna need 30.
31.
A lot. I only have 50 luck, so.
Yeah, that's gonna leave you on
I can
20.
do it.
It's gonna be expensive though. What about Papa Doc? Or
Yeah, if you
Erlian?
Make a distraction or something for my
Or
fumble.
Erlian.
It's not fumble.
Huh?
A distraction. I mean,
Yeah, you can.
you didn't tell me for simple hypnosis how much would
No,
you-
not
long
a
would it
distraction,
take to
Erlian.
cast it?
What you will need to do is you will need to help them hide the
Yep.
the staff. So you will need to.
So
I'll
we
spend
need
19
Okay.
luck.
So we need 3 successes, basically.
Yep.
I'll spend 19 luck. I'll step in.
How are you
I
gonna spend
recognize
that?
you
Oh.
messing up and I'll step in.
Okay, I'll try to help.
Yeah, try rolling
Here
stealth,
comes
Erlian.
stealth. Am I so terrified?
That's what I was going to. I was gonna
I
say don't fumble, but I
failed.
didn't.
Okay.
But, oh no.
So
You need to. Bro, spend 2 luck. Spend 2
so
luck, please.
no. Well, we're gonna
Yeah.
roll it. We're gonna play it
You can
out.
spend
We're
luck.
going to play it out.
Oh,
It
no.
is what it is. All right. So you
I
guys,
don't think I have enough luck to.
this is how it
pull
goes.
off that one.
No. But if you spend 2, it's not a fumble. So it's not
The
as bad.
priest,
Do what you gotta do.
Oh.
Yes.
the
Okay, I'm
priest,
spending 2 luck.
the priest doesn't
I'll
see
give it a roll.
anything. Once you fumble it, it's fumbled. I'm sorry. You're not
Oh, you
spending
can't-
2 luck not to fumble it. You can whether spend the whole, what is it,
Too many.
63 if you want.
Too many.
I don't
Right.
think I don't
So
even
no.
have that much luck.
So, this is what happens. You guys,
I mean,
Hide.
you could leave me with 2 luck, but
you guys hide the staff, and you start walking out. As you're walking out, we have Irene walks first, and the guards cannot think much of it. Then Irving walks right after, and the guards don't think much of it. It's just funny the way they're standing, but nothing too crazy. Sydney walks right after that, but unfortunately, something is showing a little kind of gold that it's making them look weird, almost as if they're hiding something. But the guards cannot necessarily be too sure. They're just looking in a very strange way. JP Morgan comes up
I
trying to
spend 19
stand.
luck.
Hold on. JP Morgan comes up trying to stand in that area, trying to act like innocent and like he doesn't mean anything and stand in the way of whatever they can see, so they wouldn't be able to see anything. But that doesn't work really, really well. Eventually, Doctor comes up, and as he's trying to hide, he actually trips on J.P. Morgan, and then ultimately J.P. Morgan grabs himself from Jesse's character, and ultimately all three of them end up on the floor, revealing
I'm glad
about
I-
3/4 of the staff that can be clearly seen.
I am very glad I dyed my hair.
At that point, you hear the guards saying, "Freeze! Stop there or we'll shoot!" And they pull their guns out. And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
All right.